Hi guys! So I'm jumping on early because so many of you are on. I want to say hi. Hi Tom. Hi Katie. Hi Amber. Hi V. Sorry you guys are so like up close and personal tonight. It's good that I check in early when I'm setting these up because my webcam decided to break. It's got like a little clip that I use to attach it to the back of my laptop, and the clip broke, so I had to like use a hair elastic to attach it to my Blue Yeti microphone. So it's just jutting out. It's like right in my face, so it's a little weird. Yeah, I figured you were skipping out on work, V. So, but we're glad you're here, and I will understand if you can't comment much. So glad everybody's here today. I'm gonna ramble a little bit while some people get in, and then I'll talk a little bit about our puzzle pieces tonight. So, I've been a busy little bee. I hope you guys are all taking advantage of Mercury retrograde. I talked about it a little bit last week. I know Mercury retrograde freaks out a lot of people because it's supposed to cause like technical problems, and you know, if you sign a contract, you'll find out that something wasn't clear on the contract and blah blah blah. But I use Mercury retrograde to like revisit back projects. I have found with myself that I can't work in a void, so I can't like sit and write a book and then like rewrite it and edit and edit without like having input from other people. So what I tend to do is I do these workshops. So all of the workshops are now out in book form, so that's been my big thing. So I wrote up all the meditations for the Destiny workshop. I've always had sort of a PDF version of that, but it had the links to the videos, which just doesn't work for a lot of people. And I wanted to be able to, hi Kimberly, I wanted to be able to have a full book version. I used to just have it on Kindle because a lot of people could then just click and go through to the videos. But now I can publish a print version. So that is on their end being edited and checked, and then that one will be out. And I re-edited the Sacred Space workshop. So everything is now on Kindle. Everything is already on Kindle. Destiny is now called the Soul Path Guidebook. Sacred Space is the Sacred Space Guidebook, and then the Shadow Work Guidebook is up there too. So I've been a very good little girl this this Mercury retrograde and got a whole bunch done, plus the recording of and editing of the meditations for Sacred Space. So it's been a big, exciting Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I mean, the theory is that everything that kind of crashes and doesn't work out is for the best. But I try to work with it. I try to go back and work on the projects that I kind of shelved for a while. I also cleaned the crap out of my house and got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. So it's a good time for that too. But it goes direct again on Thursday, and then usually give it a couple of days to kind of get really going again, and then all those miscommunications and technical problems should be over. But I actually kind of look forward to Mercury retrograde. I save up projects for Mercury retrograde. So, and I want to, she is not here yet, but and actually maybe that's a good time to do it. I want to make sure I give kudos to Kate. So many of you probably know Kate is doing all the writing for this workshop, because writing is not something that I look forward to. And I'd like to do these workshops as often as I can. And if I had to do full, all the written work plus all the meditations and everything, and plus all the video time for, you know, I'd love to do like 4 of these a year, which is what I seem to have been doing. I mean, with this one, This will be our 4th full one since I started doing these, and then it'll bring us sort of back to when I first, actually, we also had the chakra workshop and we also had the retreat. So I did like 6 of them. Wow. And then the love workshop too. Oh, you are here. Hi, Kate. So I didn't mention that before, but most of you guys know that Kate is doing the writing. I think her writing is really beautiful. I think it's a really nice partnership between the two of us. So yeah, she's doing, yeah, everybody please give her kudos here and on the Facebook group too, because she really has done a lot of hard work on this. And it's really fun for me because it's making me think about things in terms of passion that I hadn't thought of before, and that I wouldn't have thought of if I was doing the writing. So this week is a really, really good example. So Kate talks about the puzzle pieces and how Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm going to close down a few things that I have open, see if it helps. And we'll keep everything from going to hell. So sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to just type in. Okay, good. I'm back. Okay. So I wanted to talk about the puzzle pieces. So Kate wrote about how the puzzle pieces, we don't always have all the puzzle pieces, and we can't always see what the full picture is going to be. That is very, very hard for me. It is one of the reasons why guided meditation, why I'm so drawn to that, and why I'm so drawn to tarot, because I hate not knowing the answers to things. So I am getting better at it. It is really one of the things that I'm really working on this year, is trying to have hope and believe that everything is going to work out, even if I can't control it and I don't know what's going to happen. Everything is really going to work out. So that's one of the things I'm working on. I'm trying to let go of fear. I have a lot of fear about things going to hell, and so I worry about a lot of things. What was it, Mark Twain, who said, I have had a lot of, something like, I've had a lot of terrible things happen in my life, most 90% of which did not happen. So that's a terrible version of that quote. But hi, Sarah. If you guys lose me again, just give me a second. It takes my computer a little bit to kind of reboot, and then I'm able to jump back in again. So hopefully it won't happen a lot. Oh, that's really annoying. So, oh, good. Hi, Brittany. Good, good, good. So I've been talking about the puzzle pieces. And again, a good example for me is I have published 3 books. If you had asked me a year ago if I saw publishing books as one of the parts of my business, I would have said, no way, I don't like to write. So that brings up another point that I wanted to mention here when you're thinking about the puzzle pieces. A lot of times we can't see the puzzle pieces, or we put puzzle pieces away because of these automatic thoughts that we have created about who we are, what we like to do, what we don't like to do, what our life looks like. And I think sometimes when we open up to other possibilities, so yes, there's a lot of writing I've done in the past that I didn't enjoy doing, but I have now found what I do enjoy doing, and I found a way to write that I actually really like. So I think being able to really just let that go. And it's one of the reasons why I really make a point of telling you when I use oracle cards and tarot cards that I am not trying to tell the future. And part of it is I'm reminding myself that all the time, because I am looking at the energies of now and what I need to do now, and not trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future. Because first of all, I don't think that works very well for me. I think sometimes I can read for you guys, but it doesn't work very well for me when I try and like tell my own future. But one of the things that the cards have been telling me a lot lately is I've been getting the Hanged Man over and over and over again. And for me, the Hanged Man really means take a step back, relax, look at things in a new way. It's all going to work out. So I've been getting that coupled with some other cards that very clearly say it's all going to work out. Stop trying to force it. So that's really the message of this week for me. I'm just reading the comments here. Well, thank you. So I love doing the readings, and I hope they're helpful for you guys. I hope you guys don't take them too seriously. I think sometimes they are pretty darn accurate, but I think it's also because you guys are helping to interpret them, so you know what's going on with you. And I think it really does tap into the energies that help to guide us, as do these meditations. So with that, I think I may go right into meditation, since I think most everyone is here. I am going to warn you, I am probably going to sweat like crazy. It's like 90 degrees here. And one of the reasons that I record in this closet is because the air conditioning unit doesn't kick on in here, so it's not really loud. So I have the door open to the closet, but it's really hot. So any of you who may be watching who I don't know who you are, please let me know who you are if you would, and if you would like a card reading today. I'm going to just write down everybody's name who's come in. See if I've gotten everybody. I'm so glad that a few people who couldn't make it last week are here. And then I am going to just, well, I'll check Facebook after, because I know there's some people who may be lurking. Okay, cool. Got a lot of people here. I'm so happy. These are so fun for me. I love them, love them, love them. I've been looking forward to tonight all day, and especially because my son is sleeping over at his grandparents, so I didn't have to worry. There's always a little bit of stress of will he fall asleep in time, and will he wake us up? So I'm going to do some smudging. Come on. I've been smudging a lot lately. I've also been doing some rituals that we will do for my clearing workshop that I want to do for the fall. I think it's going to be a really fun one. But I am reveling in this one right now. I'm having so much fun coming up with the meditations. So, and I very rarely pre-plan things. So it's always funny when kind of things start all of a sudden falling together. And again, I never would have planned it that way, but all right, so we did some smudging. And again, I'm going to try and just relax you in meditation. Maybe we will do a little bit of hand massage first, just to let you guys relax and get a little bit of the ASMR value. Good, I'm glad you like them, Tom. So we'll start with this hand. Just circling the energy between you and I. And over here. Okay. And just take a deep breath. And when you are ready, close your eyes. And today, I want you to start by feeling your body. But as you concentrate it on your body, the edge of your body starts to become a bit more liquid. So you can feel the energies around you. And you feel almost like a sponge. So you don't have the defined edges you usually have. And as a sponge, you soak up peace and calm and relaxation with each breath in. And allow those edges to blur a little bit throughout this time. Another deep breath in, pulling in all of that positive energy that surrounds you, behind you, in front of you, above you, below you, to either side. If you have anything weighing you down, you can release it from your body as easily as you can absorb this calm and peace all around you. And now, I want you to start to picture yourself walking through a park. It's a beautiful park with little pockets of garden, but with lots of trees and walkways. You hear the sound of the gravel underneath your feet on the pathway. You hear the birds. You smell the fresh air. And you hear some people, but they aren't around you. They're in another part of the park. And one nice thing about this park with its little pockets is you feel very private and secluded, even though there may be people not too far away. As you walk, you see ahead of you an enormous tree. The trunk of the tree is about as wide as you are tall. And you feel very drawn to this tree. Walk over to it and place your hands on the trunk of the tree. You're feeling called to touch the bark. And as you do, a heart-shaped opening begins to reveal itself in the trunk, as if it has always been there, but just was out of view until you placed your hands on the trunk, and it is large enough for you to enter the tree. You peek inside and you see that there is room for a few people inside this trunk, and it is a little chamber. And as you enter, you see that one of your guides is seated on a bench near the back of the chamber. And you go to join your guide on this bench. If this is a new guide to you, you can ask their name and greet them. You notice next to you there is a small table with a candle, some matches, and a deck of cards. I want you now to light the match and light the candle to bring more light to this chamber. Now pick up the cards and you can turn them over to look at them. Each of them has a task or an ability or a skill. Picture of those on each of the cards. I want you to shuffle the cards. And when you feel ready, you can choose one, but don't look at it yet. Place it in between your hands. Do you get a feeling from this card? Do you see a color between your hands? What is the texture of this card? Is there a word or a thought that pops into your head as you connect with this card? Is there a smell? Do you get a taste in your mouth while holding this card? Does it bring up a memory or a concern? Do you hear a sound? When you have gleaned all the information that you can, you may look at the card. Do you see a picture? Is there a word written on the card? The picture may not make sense to you right now, and that's okay. You may ask your guide any questions you have about this card if it is not clear to you. You may ask your guide if this is the next step for you to take towards learning your passion. Ask any other questions you may have. Thank your guide for their help. And you may blow out the candle and step out from the chamber. And begin to walk back down the path. As you start to hear the sounds around you, where your physical body is. Feel where you are sitting. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, open your eyes. And if you have something to drink or some chocolate or something else to eat, you may have that now to help return you to your body. And I will again massage your hands, circling that energy back around between us, between everyone here. That is our meditation for this evening. Short and sweet, but I hope useful. And I thought tonight we could use the Life Purpose cards by Doreen Virtue to maybe give you a little bit more insight into what that task or ability or skill may be. And this, and I can tell you about my version of, I don't always share with you my version, but so that meditation came to me a few days ago, and my card was a tightrope walker riding a unicycle. And in kind of asking questions of my guide, it was obviously about balance, but it was about balance in my thoughts rather than in my life. So it wasn't about, making sure I took time for myself. It was more about something that I've been working on a lot lately, is having goals and wanting to work towards things, but having a lot of gratitude for what I have at the same time. It's very easy, I think, to get focused on one or the other. Thank you, Tom. I'm glad you liked it. I think it's very easy to either I know I have had some inertia in the past because I was so focused on gratitude and being very grateful that I had some wonderful things in my life. And so not pushing myself to keep looking for new opportunities. And then vice versa recently, where I've been so focused on wanting to create new things that I for a while there was not focusing as much on my gratitude and all the wonderful things that I do have in my life. So I wanted to make sure not to do that. And so I am taking time every day just to, this journey, it is not about getting to an end goal. And sometimes I get a little focused on that, it's about spending time with my family, and there have been some things that have come up lately that have reminded me of how important that is, and not to lose track of that. So, all right, so I'm going to do some readings for people. I'm going to, let's see, Sophie's not here, but she will want a reading. Katie is here, Robin is here. Guy can't get in, but I will do a reading for him. Sarah is here. I have Kimberly down. Tom I have down. Okay. So if there's anybody else who has jumped in, that's good, Tom. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot too. I've been, like I said, a lot of hammock time, and I've been trying to get like my foot or my hand down on the ground a lot while I'm in the hammock. So that's kind of nice. All right, I'm going to start off with Mindy. Interesting. So Mindy has nutrition. So you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Let me just see if there's anything quick about that I need to. I'm not going to read all of these because I've read a lot of them to you before. So it just says, as you call upon the healing angels' help, you'll find that unhealthy cravings are replaced with an appetite for healthful meals and drinks. This too is a process that you can teach to others. I don't know. And I also find, like, in the summer, I want to eat a lot healthier. Also because oh, good, you did make it, Guy. I'm sorry, Guy. That's not fun. Well, I'm glad you're here. You can watch it again. That's the nice thing about these. So I'm going to do a reading for Tom. Since I'm not going to read these all in detail, I am being honest. I'm probably going to have this a shorter one today. I mean, we're still going to go like 45 minutes or so, just because it's really hot in this closet. And, oh, interesting. So Tom has career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. I think that's probably a good one for Tom. And now I'm going to do a reading for Amber. I love these cards. Doreen Virtue really does have some beautiful cards. I don't do a lot of angel readings. Angels don't visit me very much, but she does have some really stunning cards. So Amber has music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. That's a nice one, Amber. I have been singing a lot. We've been having a rehearsal where I've been singing once a week. It has made such a difference in my life. I've kind of had to forget how much I missed it. It is just life. Or shit happens, as my grandma would say. As my grandma got older, well, as we got older, we weren't little kids anymore, my grandma really got a kick out of doing some very minor swearing and thinking it was hysterical. So Kimberly has healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Now, if any of these don't immediately resonate with you, I'm getting the feeling for Kimberly. Kimberly, I'm going to read you more about that one. That's a newish one. We haven't pulled it too many times. I'm going to just read you some of it and see if it may resonate with you a little bit more. The divine light and love within every sentient being can be directed and amplified to benefit others, and you've learned how to do so through many lifetimes devoted to healing work. You've been conducting this work for most of your present life, and others are naturally drawn to you for help. You're compassionate, intuitive, and sensitive. For this reason, you can build up confidence in your healing abilities by trusting your feelings and intuitive ideas. You can also feel more self-assured as a healer by taking classes related to your interests, even if they are an eclectic mix of subjects. As a healer, you'll need to take exceptional care of yourself emotionally and physically to withstand the intense, energetic demand of caring for others. So I hope that's helpful. Oh, I know. I may just be fanning. Well, I have my door open, so that's helping. If the door was closed, I would just be sweltering. Robin, I'm so glad you're here tonight. I assume you're here tonight. You said you were going to be here. So, Robin got speaker. Your life purpose involves your skill of oration. So I'm going to read you a little bit about that one too. So, if I can find where it is. Sometimes the last paragraph of these is helpful. So it talks about you being While it's normal to feel intimidated by the process of presenting your ideas in public, the angels see that your life purpose will help you overcome these fears. In fact, you'll learn to enjoy being a public speaker according to this card. That would be me. That'd be me. This is somebody who in her, this is somebody who, when she would get up to sing, as much as she loved to sing, would have to hold on to the piano so she didn't shake and fall down. And it just took years of having to speak in public to be able to do it. You may have also received this card because your soul's profession involves some other aspect of teaching or entertainment. For example, you may be destined for acting, dancing, singing, or playing a musical instrument. This card indicates that your purpose involves a public arena and that you're well suited to bring blessings to a wide audience. So that makes sense. Okay. Kate. Kate. No, there's not. I mean, you are seeing this wall and this wall. There's not room for anything in here. Although my husband has been cleaning out. We have all these eaves because we have a cape. And the eaves have these little tiny closet doors. And we've always like shoved things into like a maybe 6-foot area. And now he's cleaned them out and made them kind of usable. They had like insulation from the 60s. It was all falling down. There were crickets all in there and squirrels would get in. It was disgusting. So you wouldn't really put much, I wouldn't put any clothes or anything in there. So he cleaned it all out, put in new insulation, put in ceiling. And I now found out that that closet in each of the bedrooms goes the entire length of the house. So I have like 15-foot long closet, which this tiny little closet, which behind me has all of my clothes. This is one of 3 closets in the upstairs. So, and this is the bigger of the 2. I have this one, my husband has one, and my son has one. And that's all we have for closet space for clothing. Luckily, I am not a clothes horse by any means, but even that, it's still kind of tight. So I can actually like put sweaters in this new closet, which is wonderful. So Kate, you have crystals, which makes sense. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. And again, the way I'm reading these tonight is not necessarily that this is your, I know these are life purpose cards. It's not necessarily something you're going to do. And again, I think we all have many, many life purposes. So, but it's something that you may want to focus on a little bit more right now. I could put a fan in the doorway. The problem is because I'm trying to make it so that you don't see all of my clothing with this, it would probably block any benefit of it. Okay, so this is for Sarah. Sarah, you have protected. You are safe and supported when you change your career. Sarah, I just want to say, like, I love this picture for you. Look at this guy. He's got on armor and a sword. Like, yeah, he's awesome. This seems like a good card for you, Sarah. I don't know if you have any desire to change your job, but it may just mean like you're protected in what you're doing. Good. Oh, good, Kimberly. I know you're young, so I wanted to read you more just in case like the idea of being a healer is not what you were thinking of. Cool. I'm glad that resonated with you, Kimberly. So, Sarah, I hope you are protected because you do some wonderful things in this world. V. Oh, V has books. Interesting. You know, and I don't know that we've ever pulled this card, which is really funny since we have a group full of readers. Yeah, there you go. Kate, you can say, Jess gave me permission to go out and buy a whole bunch of stones. So, V, you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So I don't know if that's true for you, V, because you weren't really in our group when we did all of our talking about books. I have 3 books I'm reading right now. I am reading The Grapes of Wrath because I have, so I'll tell you my funny thing. I've never read The Grapes of Wrath, but I found this site where you could put in you guys know I love playing with astrology, even though I don't, I'm still very much a student, don't know much about it. So I found a site where you can put in your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. And we've talked a little bit about what those are. So your sun sign is the sign that most people know that they are, and it's the one that you kind of grow into throughout your life. So I'm Pisces sun. Your moon sign is kind of your inner, like what's really interesting to you inside, what a lot of people don't know about you. I'm a Scorpio moon, and your ascending or your rising sign is what people see when they first meet you. So I'm a Leo rising, which is funny because Leo and Pisces would be two that would not really go together. So that's why it's really funny. I think the reason I'm able to do videos like this is the Leo in me, the actress in me, because that's definitely there. And the Pisces in me is the part that it's terrified every time I have to do that kind of stuff. So it's definitely an issue. So Salinger has not only the same moon, rising, sun as me, but he also has oh wait, sorry, not Salinger. What am I saying? So I was looking at Catcher in the Rye. That's why. Steinbeck, sorry. Steinbeck has the same rising moon and sun as me, and I'll try and find the link for you guys in case you want to play with it. But he also has like the same Venus as me and a bunch of other signs where we have very similar signs. So I thought, well, I should read some more about him, about Steinbeck, and I should read some more Steinbeck's books. It's just kind of an excuse to read Steinbeck's books. I'm also reading Dedicated Activism, which is by a guy who lives local, and my husband met him. Yeah, thank you, Guy. I knew you'd catch that, Guy. So I'm also reading that, Dedicated Activism, and because it kind of puts a damper on like wanting to get solar panels and things like that, because he's really like, look, unless it's in a bigger scale, it's not really that helpful, and it says the things you can do that are really helpful environmentally. And then what else am I reading? I just finished another Neil Gaiman book. The Truth is in a Cave in the Black Mountain. Quick read, but it was very good. I have one other book I'm reading. It's not coming to me. It will, but good. I'm glad books resonate with you too, V. All right, this one is for Brittany. You're on the right path, Brittany. Oh, good. I like that one for Brittany. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And I hope that's true. And I hope you're feeling that. Oh, wow. That would be really cool for you, V. That would be really nice. I think that would allow you to feel real connected to something important. It's nice. Guy, let's pick a card for you. Guy, I really appreciate that you never let me get away with saying something stupid or wrong, because otherwise I would listen to the video later and be like, oh, it's not what I meant to say. It's the wrong thing. So thank you for letting me catch it when I'm in the middle of the video. Well, Guy, you have options. I hope you do have options, Guy. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you, or the change of career opportunities that are open to you, Guy. So, or the just change of life opportunities that are available for you, Guy. I don't know that we've pulled that one before either. I may have. All right, I'm going to pick one for Sophie. And if there's anybody else who's in here, I think it's mostly my peeps tonight. So, Sophie has creative expression. That's a nice one for Sophie. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So maybe you have some writing in your future, Sophie, now that you are done with school for the summer. I don't know how much time off you get for the summer. And Katie. I didn't forget you, Katie. You just ended up being at the bottom of the list for some reason. Katie has family. That's interesting with some of the stuff going on for Katie. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Well, that's probably true. And remember, it's self-created family too. So Katie takes care of a lot of people in her life. She is a quite amazing young lady. Good. I'm glad that is helpful for you, Brittany. See, I didn't want to throw you out there, Guy, but I knew you were considering retiring based on a conversation we had had before, so that's why. Yeah, keep yourself busy. There are lots of options out there. Yeah, I'm not. Sometimes I know what's going on with you guys. It's one thing I am good at. My memory is bad for certain things, but as a counselor, I tend to remember what's going on in other people's lives. So, Tom, I knew that was a good card for you, but I'm glad you guys are letting each other know. So, because sometimes I know they were good cards, but you guys don't. But I am glad that those were helpful for people. I do have one question. I was playing with my runes. I tend to pull a rune each time we have a video. And today I pulled Kanaz. It goes like that, I think. And it is vision, revelation, knowledge, creativity. So good stone. But I'm wondering if you guys would like to do runes one week instead of cards. Let me know. I also was taking a look at the Olympian cards that we made a while ago. Those might be fun to pull at some point too, because I was rewriting the Destiny workshop meditations. I was thinking about those because I had to rewrite that meditation. So for those of you who are in the workshop who would like an updated PDF of any of those that you were in, just let me know. I'd be happy to email you one. Well, I am glad, Guy. I'm glad you are around to make sure that sometimes when I'm speaking off the cuff, I say things that are inaccurate, and I do like kick myself afterwards. So yeah, I'm a beginner at runes. Like you saw, I have my little cheat sheet for runes. We made our own runes in, was it the retreat where we made runes? So I have some of the runes I made, but then my mom also got me a beautiful set of runes that are really nice. So I like to pull those before we have our workshops. And I thought about doing a hangout tonight. And this is something that we can discuss too, is I like having these workshops open on YouTube because I think we've gotten some very fun new people into our group based on these open free workshops. So I hate to close them down, and I just wanted to discuss with you, and we can do this more in the Facebook group. If we do a hangout, I don't know if you guys are all going to feel comfortable if that's something that's public. So I figure we'll definitely do a hangout at least at the end, and I'll make it private. But if you guys feel comfortable with doing it as a hangout and then having it public, that's fine. But I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable. Oh, Miss Rose, Miss Rose. I've got to figure out a new plot line. I have the idea with Miss Rose and the Baron, but I'm enjoying just popping her into other random videos all the time. So we'll see, guys. Oh, good. Is that where you? Yeah, my mom had a bunch of. I don't know if I have them here. I actually made like 2 sets because I stole a bunch of. So these are some of the ones I made. So I stole a bunch from my backyard, but then my mom had a bunch of like little glass beads that she had like in a jar somewhere. My mom has tons of stones around. So my mom's a Scorpio, so my mom's like a secret occultist. So she's got all of these stones around, and I steal them from her. So a lot of my stones, I've had to try and figure out what they were. That is a good idea. Tom, I am totally going to go into meditation and hang with Miss Rose and the Baron. And then I might even, I talked about my writing and how I like writing now, and I write with my eyes closed while I'm in meditation. I just type. So I think I will do that. I think I will go into meditation with the Baron and Miss Rose and just see what comes up. I usually don't, I don't write out a lot, but I can at least like take notes and get ideas of what I want to do for those. I really need to get on making some more ASMR videos. I've been so focused on sort of trying to wrap up things with the books that I haven't done a lot with you guys wouldn't know because I'm usually about a month ahead with my ASMR videos, and I make sure that 2 come out every week. But I have one scheduled for Friday, and that's sort of the last one I have scheduled. Although the one I have on Friday is it's a whisper version of the Sacred Space videos, the Sacred Space meditations, which you might have seen on Spotify. It's the same thing. It's just a video version of it so that people who watch my YouTube channel can find it if they, don't know me on Facebook. I may put all of those out, which would take up quite a lot of time, but I'd like to do another one soon. I have a julep box that I would like to unbox, and we'll see what goes with that. And I'll do another massage one soon. So good. Yeah, if people don't mind, well, I'd be happy to do it as a hangout if you guys want to, but I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable either. I know. Oh no, I'm not stressing about it. It's just I have learned with myself that I get on kicks. So when I have a kick and I want to work on books, I need to go with it. I'm so glad that you love juleps so much, Katie. I always see your Facebook stuff with all of your julep boxes. So what I was been into doing the book stuff, and I'm not usually, so I jumped on that. I will get on a kick, and I will, next week when my parents have my son, I will crank out like 4 videos or something, just depending on my mood. So yeah, I'll catch back up with them, but I have to just go with like what is flowing at the time. If I try and push it to do stuff that is not working for me, yeah, it's stuff. Well, I'm glad you guys like the julep ones. So, oh, I'm so glad you like the T-square massage. Because I'm a massage therapist, I get American Spa magazine, and I've always kind of flipped through it and then tossed it. But what I've been doing lately is they almost always have some product that they're talking about, or some ingredient that they're talking about. And then they talk about different spas that use that ingredient and different treatments. And so they did one on tea. Now they have one on honey. So I'm going to have to do the next one like on honey and doing a honey treatment. So they're really fun. Okay. Guy. Yeah, I mean, anybody can be on and not be seen, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I think the massage ones, as you know, I feel like I'm copping out doing the massage ones, being a massage therapist, but honestly, it's playing to my strengths. I can do those because, again, it's exactly the way I talk when I do a massage. I know what I'm talking about. I can really do those, and I'm really taking the audio a lot more seriously. I think that makes a big difference. I'm really editing the audio before I link it up with the video, and I think it sounds a lot better. So I'm glad you guys noticed that. All right, I am sweating to death. I'm really happy you guys like that one. So maybe we'll have a honey one too. But I think the tea one worked out really well because the sound of the tea was really good. So I think the sound of the honey might be good too. So, all right, I am going to call it a night. And I'm going to try and do next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Hope you guys can make it. I will try and be in Facebook a little bit more. Just so you guys know, I try to take Sundays off from Facebook. So you ever email me and I don't respond, that's why. It's because I try not to be on not just Facebook, I try not to be on the computer at all. Sometimes in the evening, I will jump on my tablet and just kind of like things that I see of yours. But all right, so my computer is starting to be a little wonky too. So I am going to log out before it logs me out. All right. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful one, and I will talk with you again soon. Okay, bye.